Hi friends, today I'm going to read to you a story called The True Story of the Three Little Pigs. And this story is written by the Big Bad Wolf. Let's see what happens. The True Story of the Three Little Pigs by A. Wolf. To Jerry and Molly. Everyone knows the story of the three little pigs, or at least they think they do. But I'll let you in on a little secret. Nobody knows the real story because no one has ever heard my side of the story. Wonder who it could be. I'm the wolf, Alexander T. Wolf. You can call me Al. I don't know how this whole big bad wolf thing got started, but it's all wrong. Maybe it's because of our diet. Hey, it's not our fault wolves eat cute little animals like bunnies and sheep and pigs. That's just the way we are. If cheeseburgers were cute, folks would probably think you were big and bad too. There's some bunny ears in his cheeseburger. I don't know if I'd want to eat that. But like I was saying, the whole big bad wolf thing is all wrong. The real story is about a sneeze and a cup of sugar. This is the real story. Way back, once upon a time, I was making a birthday cake for my dear old granny. I had a terrible sneezing cold and I ran out of sugar. It's making a mess too. So I walked down the street to ask my neighbor for a cup of sugar. Now, this neighbor was a pig, and he wasn't too bright either. He had built his whole house out of straw. Can you believe it? A man who is in his right mind would build a house of straw. Who would do that? There's his little straw house. So, of course, the minute I knocked on the door, it fell right in. I didn't want to just walk into someone else's house, so I called, little pig, are you in? No answer. I was just about to go home without the cup of sugar for my dear old granny's cake. That's when my nose started to itch. Uh-oh. I felt the sneeze coming on. Well, I huffed, I snuffed, achoo, and I sneezed a great sneeze. Whoa, he knocked the whole house down. And you know what? That whole darn straw house fell down, and right in the middle of the pile of straw was the first little pig, dead as a doornail. He had been home the whole time. There's a little piggy tail sticking up. It seemed like a shame to leave a perfectly good ham dinner lying there in the straw, so I ate it up. Think of it as a big cheeseburger just lying there. Hmm. I was feeling a little better, but I still didn't have my cup of sugar, so I went to the next neighbor's house. The neighbor was the first little pig's brother. He was smarter, but not much. He had built his house of sticks. You can see all the sticks they used to make that. I rang the bell on the stick house, and nobody answered. I called, Mr. Pig, are you in? And he yelled back, Go away, Wolf. You can't come in. I'm shaving the hairs on my chinny chin chin. Oh, he's shaving. I had just grabbed the doorknob when I felt another sneeze coming on. I huffed and I snuffed and I tried to cover my mouth, but I sneezed a great sneeze. Achoo! Oh, he did it again. And you're not going to believe it, but this guy's house fell down just like his brother's. When the dust cleared, there was a second little pig, dead as a doornail. Wolf's armor. Now you know food will spoil if you leave it out in the open, so I did the only thing there was to do. I had dinner again. Think of it as a second helping. I was getting awfully full, but my cold was feeling a little better, and I still didn't have that cup of sugar for my dear old granny's birthday cake, so I went to the next house. This guy was the first and second little pig's brother. He must have been the brains of the family. He had built his house of bricks. Ooh, look at all the bricks. I knocked on the brick house. No answer. I called, Mr. Pig, are you in? And do you know what that rude little porker answered? Get out of here, Wolf. Don't bother me again. Ugh, that's not very nice. Talk about impolite. He probably had a whole sack full of sugar, and he wouldn't even give me one little cup for my dear sweet old granny's birthday cake. What a pig! I was just about to go home and maybe make a nice birthday card instead for a cake when I felt my cold coming on. I huffed and I snuffed and I sneezed once again. Phew! Then the third little pig yelled, and your old granny can sit on a pin. That's a mean little pig. Now, I'm usually a pretty calm fellow, but when someone talks about my granny like that, I go a little crazy. When the cops drive up, of course I was trying to break down the pig's door, and the whole time I was huffing and puffing and sneezing and making a real scene. Uh-oh, that doesn't look very good. The rest, as they say, is history. Big Bad Wolf, the Daily Pig. Wolf, a huff and a puff. A.T. Wolf, big and bad. Red Riding Hood sitting in dispute out of court. Little Red Riding Hood, maybe it's the same wolf. The news reporters found out about the two pigs I had for dinner. They figured a sick guy going around to borrow a cup of sugar didn't sound very exciting, so they jazzed up the story with all that huff and puff and blow your house down. And they made me the big bad wolf. That's it, the real story. I was framed. Oh, poor wolf. But maybe you could loan me a cup of sugar. I don't think the guard's going to let him have any sugar. Hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope you enjoy reading your book too. Don't forget to look at those illustrations. Those are some great drawings in this book. And enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye.